Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. Early this morning, Tuesday, the CCSA reported new COVID figures for Thailand: 19,843 new cases, with 22,806 recoveries. Unfortunately, 235 deaths were attributed to the virus. We now go over to the CCSA press meeting and an abridged version of the highlights for Fabulous 103.
If home isolation is something that does not work for some homes, meaning that when there are people who are positive with COVID and they have tried a home isolation, but it does not work because of the setup of the house or the overcrowded condition of the house, that would be moved to the community isolation instead of the home isolation. Another development recently is the setting up of various motorcycle riders to send medicine to those in home isolation. So I'll just start off with the vaccination progress that we have in Thailand to over 20 million doses. As of today, a total of 46,100 foreign nationals from all age groups have registered already with the expatvac.consular.go.th platform set up by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Health. All age groups can register for the first dose of vaccine via this website, but of course priority given to vulnerable groups. For foreign residents who registered will be notified of the dates and vaccination sites in accordance with their level of risk and location of residence. So this continues. The trend is moving towards stabilization. Though risk areas remain in the markets, in the factories, workers' camps, and the number of fatalities and patients with critical condition remains high in Bangkok and adjacent provinces. Mostly among those who have not received the vaccine or had received only one dose, or those who were in the elderly age group and chronic disease age group. The Public Health Ministry will allow health units to administer Favipiravir to all groups of COVID patients, including those currently under home isolation and those in community isolation as well. The ministry has decided to speed up and widen its coverage of administering the antiviral drug to all groups of patients in order to cope with the soaring new cases and fatalities. The demand for the drug has risen to around 850,000 tablets per day. We have now 760,000 tablets distributed in Bangkok. The ministry has allocated almost 20.5 million tablets of the drug since July the 5th and is planning to stockpile another 420 million tablets of this antiviral drug.
We've been receiving more and more emails from listeners and viewers who have registered for vaccines, received their initial confirmation of application, and then nothing more. This seems to be commonplace, and we can only assume that they're manually matching applications to locations, which would take quite a while. When we approached the authorities, we were told to be patient. Meanwhile, as you heard, 87% of the drugs given to reduce the impact of COVID on those who catch it have been prescribed within the capital, leaving very little for the surrounding provinces, including our own. It's expected, though, that those numbers will improve at some time. The Royal Thai Police are working on an international investigation into the attempted murder of the Burmese Ambassador to the United Nations in America, where two of his fellow countrymen are now being held and have stated that they were working for a Thai-based arms dealer. The Thai man is said to have paid the duo who worked for the ambassador to either persuade him to support the current regime there, or if that failed, kill him. The plot was revealed to the police in America ahead of time by another member of the ambassador's staff, and he was in no way injured. Phuket's provincial courts yesterday approved the continued detention of the Thai man, now accused of the killing of a Swiss lady on the island, for a further 12 days as police work to create a case file that can be given to the court, which would see him returned to custody until trial. Sunday saw the 27-year-old charged with murder and robbery. Other charges may be raised too, but forensic reports are either still being completed or have been withheld from the media. So at this time, no one other than the authorities has any idea of the level of injury sustained by the lady prior to her death, which is expected to have been caused by drowning but whilst being choked. The effect on the highly marketed so-called Sandbox program, which was expected to see a slight boom for local island businesses, has been greater than expected, seeing reports of many businesses previously seeing customers now empty and vacationers remaining more and more within their resorts. This, combined with world press coverage with exaggerated and often guessed details, is in addition likely to damage the potential booking numbers for future arrivees. Some news may sound fake, but in reality you couldn't make it up. And yesterday we received reports that the Department of Health has listed 9 steps recommended to reduce the COVID count amongst families and more, including lovers. While in addition to scrupulously bathing, partners are recommended to avoid face contact or kissing of any body areas and to wear a mask even while enjoying nocturnal adventures of any kind. I did say you can't make it up, but I can guarantee it's not fake news. Meanwhile at home, and this morning, the province reports the following COVID details based on a 24-hour period, probably Friday or Saturday. Case numbers much lower. 1,005 new cases are reported, with 271 in Chonburi, 262 in Sriracha, 179 in Banglamung, and the balance around the province. Pattaya's mayor has told the press that 6 cases found in Koh Larn, despite strict controls there, have resulted in the island once again closing to visitors. As for the opening of Pattaya City on September the 1st, which was planned originally along with the Tourist Authority of Thailand, that's obviously been postponed. But we're told by 2023 there will have been a full recovery. Numerous infrastructure works are underway right now, many of which would have caused chaos in busy times, as roads close or are narrowed during construction. Drainage schemes too are fully underway, and when the city does rise from the ashes, it could at least rise to a brighter future. And with the Met Office promising highs today of around 34 dropping down to 30, a hot but humid day with a good chance of rain. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,